Good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Hut, claw, 10. 10 cycles. Hut.
Play action, now it's Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Ready.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack.
Ready.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dion. Set to get this drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Price will try to pick it up. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Hustle.
Lance going to sneak it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example of that.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
560. Check man. Ready.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
This one complete, lands to Kittle.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They'll run with Davis Price.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The quick slant caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here we go. Striker, 3-3. Ready?
They'll run for it with Mason. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Taking it about the 36. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
The Lance going to throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Nick Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
But they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards, and the guy has the legs to escape most of these.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
The Niners at 4-5, a game under 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And he stopped immediately there. Throwing on 2nd down. Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 39, Hurts. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside 23-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Ready?
Drive starts with a give to Mitchell. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation, because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hurts. This pass outright to Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Going for it with Sanders. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact, or a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as well.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Right.
To throw, it's Lance. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Ready. Go, stand. Field, black. Ready.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
And his throw is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 2nd and 10,
Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here's Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Throwing now is Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Partner, this is certainly turning out to be one of those days. Here we are in the second half. They're being shut out. Offense is doing nothing. And you're just saying, please, come on, give us something here to your kicker. But even this is no good.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game but the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know, for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then you not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
38.
Davis Price gets this one out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A handoff from Mitchell running left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Lance now to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Lance now on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Hurts.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game. Even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man complete. That's Bradley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Hurts going to keep it again.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Back to 60, back to 60. 18, right here, 18.
Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here.
Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. That Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the...
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that.
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll run with Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Once again with Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down and allowed to.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%. But it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it on first down. They'll set up the screen for Davis Price. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Philadelphia, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.